I look a hot mess. It's whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not about that. My video today is not with a baby, but I am in the nursery, so it counts. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was not bonding with your reborn baby. Whether you're not bonding because you just got the baby in the mail and you just don't feel that connection, or maybe you're not bonding after having the doll for some time. So I want to talk to you about my story. The first video I ever posted on here, which was only like 7 days ago, was about Flannery, my Saskia. I recently, I'm going to say a couple weeks, have not been feeling a bond with her anymore. Now, she is a very special baby to me, so when I stopped bonding with her, it was pretty upsetting. She was my second reborn, the first one I've ever kept, and I bought her in June, I think, was June, and I loved her. She was a bigger baby. Get, my dog. She was a bigger baby, very beautiful. I loved the open eyes. I loved the lips. I just loved the Saskia kit. I've always loved it. But I've had her for a couple months now, and that initial bond that I first had with her is gone. It has nothing to do with her. I think, I'm gonna say, ever since I won the baby from Brandy Coffee, my fox, I have been just crazy about very realistic babies. And with Flannery, she is realistic, but she doesn't have all those little details that I have come to realize I want on my babies. It makes me seem like a reborn snob, but I am very picky. I'm very picky with a lot of things in my life, so why shouldn't reborn babies be any different? Girls, hey girls, mommy's trying to work. Okay. So, she's a beautiful baby, like I said. I'm going to keep saying that because she is. She's gorgeous. But she doesn't have the realism that I realized that I loved. She doesn't have any hair, for one, which wasn't a problem when I got her. The woman said I could either have her painted on or root it, but I chose to get her right away because I wanted her. I needed her in my house, in my life. And thinking back on it, maybe I should have been more patient, but I wasn't. And I found a couple people that could root her hair, but I haven't followed through with it, more so because money. It is expensive to send off a baby. They weigh a little bit, and then rooting the hair, because it is such a very tedious process and requires a lot of tiny little, poking and gluing and cutting. It's very detail-oriented work. The artist, they charge what's fair. And I don't blame them for that. I can't afford it. So I decided, due to a couple different factors, one being the fact that I wasn't bonding with her. I wasn't taking her out like I used to when I first got her. I was obsessed with bringing her everywhere. Obsessed with changing her clothes every day, every night, pretending to feed her, getting accessories for her. I was super into Flannery. I realized that all of that kind of ebbed away really quickly. And once I started I'm paying off currently a toddler, the Liam kit. Right now, sorry, my dogs are just on another level today. Once I started paying off the other babies and paying more attention to babies that I didn't even have yet, I realized I really think Flannery would be better at a different home with a different mom or dad that would pay more attention to her. I know she's a doll, but I also know that reborn moms have babies for reasons. Whatever reason that may be, whether they've lost a baby, they can't have children, or for anxiety reasons. And I have my own reasons, which I'll get into in a different video on a different day. But I wanted her to go to someone who would love and cherish her and appreciate her the way I had when I first got her. And the second factor, which I'm not, happy about, is the fact that money is really tight right now. I moved to a whole other state halfway across the country. I took a pay cut at work. Money has been pretty tight. And once I moved here, all the money that I had went into the apartment that I had to get set up and furnished and everything else. So money has been rough. Which doesn't make me feel good. It makes me feel bad. Like, I don't want people to think, you're selling a baby because you need money. Well, that is a part of it for sure. But I wouldn't sell Flannery if I still had that bond with her. I wouldn't. I would do anything else. But I don't. So, I go off on tangents. I apologize. So I posted her for sale on Facebook in a couple of Reborn groups that I'm a part of. And she got a couple hits, but no one followed through. It was more just questions about her, which is fine. And then I saw a baby, and the woman had posted this baby maybe a week prior, and then had posted her as traded, as gone. She had sold the baby, traded the baby. And I saw the post again, and I was like, that's weird. I just saw this baby. So I read it, and the woman said, the woman that had traded the baby for a twin A, was not going to keep the baby. I'm just going to say the woman's name is Amy, who posted the baby, so make it easier. So Amy posted that the woman she was trading with decided she didn't want the baby anymore. And so Amy was like, well, that's great. So hopefully, she's like, I hope I get my baby back. So I messaged her, and I started talking to her, and she's just a wonderful person. She's very kind. She's a loving reborn mom, which I love. And she told me that she had been scammed 3 times now. Not by this woman, but she had been scammed three times prior, because she is very nice. And unfortunately, there is quite a bit of scamming in the reborn community. As of late, I've realized. I was scammed maybe a month and a half ago, but that's a whole other story. So I don't know why I did it, but I said, I have Saskia. I have this Saskia kit. Would you like to trade? Because I'm not bonding with her. You weren't bonding with your baby. You wanted something different. I want something different. I didn't mention money to her because at this moment, I didn't care about the money. I cared about this woman and the fact that knowing every reborn mom has babies for a reason. That she had been scammed, and it's heartbreaking. And the thought of her being scammed again broke my heart. I didn't want that to happen to her. I know I'm a real person who's not going to scam her. I have no reason to scam anybody. And so I asked her if she wanted to trade, and she said, I would love to. The kit that I am trading Saskia for is the Lucretia kit. I'm going to say Lucretia because that's what I've been saying, by Natalie Blick. She is a sold out kit. The second I saw her the first time, I loved her. But I didn't, because money situations, I didn't write anything on her post. I didn't, offer a trade. I wasn't sure if I was going to be trading Flannery at that time. So I didn't say anything. But I love that baby. I saw the baby and I really liked her. Peanut, please. So she agreed, and she contacted the woman, and the woman agreed that she would send the baby to me. Now, I fully trust Amy, as I've been talking to her for a couple days now. I have no reason to not trust her. She has been upfront about everything so far. I asked her to have the woman who has the baby right now take a picture of the baby when she gets to her house, just the box, unopened. Take a picture of her with the box at the post office, the same box at the counter being weighed or whatever, and then another picture of the receipt with my zip code on it and the tracking number. And I said, once I have those 3 things, Saskia will be sent out. Done deal. And the woman agreed. She said that would be fine. So Amy messaged me this morning, and she said that the woman had rejected the box, and I don't know if it's because she maybe didn't hear the doorbell and they were just sending it back, or if she rejected it. I don't know. I don't care. But the baby is coming back to Amy. So once that's all settled, Flannery will be going to her new home, and I will be getting her baby, and that's that. And that was a long story, but the moral of my story is reborn babies are very special to their moms and dads. When we don't bond with them like we want to, it's sad. Girls. It's sad. And, Peanut, please. It's okay to not bond with your babies. It's okay to get a baby in the mail and realize it's not what you wanted, seeing it in person. It's okay to have a baby for months and months, even years, and not bond with it and decide to sell it or trade it. There is no right or wrong way, to sell or trade a baby, as long as you are not scamming. Everyone has their own reasons, whether it's money, whether it's bonding, whether it's leaving the hobby. There's a reason for everything. I don't judge people. I've had plenty of people tell me that they were selling their babies to get money for surgery for their family members or for rent or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not my business. I don't judge, because I know my situation. I didn't bond with my Flannery anymore, my Saskia, and money would have helped. Regardless, it's okay. And it makes you feel bad, but you have to take a step back and remember that they are dolls. They're not real. They don't have any emotional feelings towards you. They're not going to feel abandonment. It is hard sometimes to separate yourself from that, because you get so invested in these babies. I won't like, it's weird. I won't like put anything over a baby's face, because I'm like, oh my God, I can't. And then I'm like, Carly, it's not a real baby. You get invested is what I'm saying. So, moral of my story, again, it's okay to sell or trade a baby that you're not bonding with. I will not judge you. I hope no one else judges you. Everyone has their reasons. I want everyone to remember that everyone has their reasons for owning a reborn baby, for making reborn babies, for being a part of the community.